got me feeling like a firebolt high in the sky.
Tornado in progress.
Looking like a thunderstorm. Here we go, 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 go.
Look at this tornado! Satellite! There's a big dark mass in there, guys. Following one of my most successful years of storm chasing in 2023, 2024 would have a lot of different challenges. A new life and meteorology career far from Tornado Alley, now in the sunshine state of Florida along the beautiful Florida Space Coast. In the Pacific, strong El Nino conditions persist, which will lead to a heightened storm activity over Florida and the Southeast in winter. In 2024, the severe weather season wasted no time getting going, and I was eager to get my first Florida tornado. It's like storm chasing in a rainforest. I can't even see the clouds. I can't even see above me sometimes. February 4th, 2024, a rather unusual severe weather event is shaping up over the southeast United States, an event acting more like a cold core setup over the Midwest, something, as a Midwesterner, I knew I could take advantage of. At the surface, a low pressure center was moving through northern Florida, with the surface triple point setting up over the northern Florida-Georgia line. The advancing warm front brought clearing skies and dew point into the mid-60s toward Jacksonville, Florida. Surface temperatures pushed into the mid-70s. Meanwhile, at 500 millibar, temperatures were pushing minus 20 degrees Celsius. This generated low-level lapse rates near 7 degrees Celsius in that lowest 3 kilometers of the atmosphere, prime for severe weather and tornadoes. Additionally, the stacked low-pressure center allowed storm relative helicity values to climb near 200 meters squared per second squared. It was go time. We are trying to get in some severe weather today. We do have a mesoscale discussion currently in place for the threat of tornadoes in northern Florida. There are also multiple active tornado warnings in the area as well. I want to get west. I need to get west, I think. I do want to get on these storms because they are spinning. There's actually a severe thunderstorm warning now to my west. Whoa! Okay, yeah, that storm exiting, oh boy. This again is the storm in question. Heading north from Green Cove Springs, 2 supercells were lining up and looking prime for tornado potential development. To maximize my chances, I targeted the stronger northern cell so I could just wait for that rear cell to come into view if needed. So that's the other cell to my southwest you're looking at right now, and then the cell I'm actively going after is coming into frame right now. Yeah, that's a good looking storm. Look at that. I mean, you can see the full structure on that. Once the storm got into view, there was a clear base. The storm structure looked fantastic for Florida standards. While fighting for a good view, a funnel cloud was produced as the storm continued to strengthen. I just needed to get a good view west, which in the middle of a wildlife management area, that was a lot to ask. Holy cow. Oh my goodness.
Rescue 1 transferring back to
Kind of looks like a tornado, eh? Tornado in progress, tornado in progress.
Tornado in progress. I'm gonna put this down. It looks like it might have lifted. Tornado lifted, tornado lifted. It is trying to cycle back up again. Storm number 2.
We decided to let that storm go farther north and begin to jump on the second southern cell, which, from our point of view, just had absolutely stunning structure.
Although, hello. I'll be honest, I have not looked at radar and I didn't even know this tornado warned. Nice. We're starting to lose into the trees. All right, we are gonna just go after this one. I'm feeling feisty. All right, so we're gonna go just on this highway. All right, it's about to cross the highway right in front of me here, guys. It's trying to tornado right there, guys. Funnel. Tornado, tornado. Looks like we have a new tornado. Definite tornado in progress.
The first tornado we saw was on the ground for 4 minutes, tracking for just over a mile at 200 yards wide, rated EF1 with winds of 100 miles per hour, did produce some minor damage. The second tornado, which crossed the highway right in front of me, rated EF0, just produced some light tree damage with winds of 85 miles per hour. That tornado only on the ground for about 2 minutes. Thankfully, these storms began to weaken as they moved into the greater Jacksonville metro area, putting an end to the severe weather threat for the day.
Well, what a day. Oh my goodness. Crazy day here in North Florida near the Jacksonville area. We had multiple tornadoes. Thankfully, I'm not aware of any reports of injuries or damage. That was the first, I think, real chase day of 2024. Hopefully the beginning of what will likely be a very active year. Also, my first Florida tornadoes. On to the next one. Well, today is March 9th, 2024.
we have a slight risk for severe weather up here in far southeast Georgia and northern Florida. We are headed to try and see what some storms may do this afternoon. We do have a line of storms coming in from the west. Right now, one of them is currently severe warned. There's a bit of very broad circulation. It's been trying to get going today. The tornado threat today is pretty low. We do have a trend to watch, though, in effect for areas just off to my northwest. We'll have to extend something maybe eventually. We'll see how that transpires. Either way, it's another day, another chase day, and the first one of meteorological spring. Let's see what we can do today. Get north to, no, I think it's Nahunta is how to pronounce it. It's Nahunta, Georgia. I think that's the most interesting storm at the moment. And the line kind of builds, you know, back southwest. And we are back in Georgia. This is a chasing country I love. Let's go. The environment here is pretty good. Southeast Georgia and northeastern portions of Florida. One limiting factor to the tornado threat today is the fact that the low-level winds they're not southerly, they're kind of more southwesterly, and that really limits just how much spin you can get when those really low levels are not southerly here. So that's kind of one of the mitigating things that we're looking at right now. You can kind of see that the surface winds here are kind of southwesterly, and they kind of curve a bit more southerly, like right up into the line. After looking through all that data, I like that southerly wind that's a bit farther north. All right, let's continue. We'll be to Nahunta in like 30 minutes. Let's give it a shot. Well, this is coming basically right at me here. I'm in Nahunta right now, the center of town. Boy, oh boy, that velocity got a lot more interesting, didn't she? Well, well, well. Action will be just off the road here. Some rapid motion here. It's kicking out. Kicking out this way, which means any circulation would be to the up front of the road. You can actually kind of see up here. You kind of got some spin going on. Alright, I got winds to my back left, which means any circulation would be crossing the road right here. You got some rotating. We are getting southwesterlies, so any circulation would be just to my north right now. It would be basically moving into La Junta. Really tight circulation. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something on the ground with this right now. Tornado warning. We have a new tornado warning just issued. There's a big dark mass in there, guys. I mean, you can almost kind of see like a right and left edge. We have a tornado warning in effect. Again, we got westerly, southwesterly, so we're in a safe spot. It passed, if there's something on the ground, it passed directly to the north of me here. I think there is a decent possibility there's a tornado on the ground with that. That was a very dark mass. There was a lot of rotating rain bands in there. I can't say for certain, but that was very, very suspicious there for a while. We got some sticks down here, a lot of sticks in the road. The tornado warning in effect here. The tornado is now just to my east. It would have crossed basically here. A definite tornado. I mean, that's a confirmed tornado now on radar. A big debris ball. Alright, we're gonna continue back east. Looks like the couplet's kind of winding down a bit. The most recent scan kind of weakened it a lot. See a lot of debris here on the ground, some trees, some twigs and stuff. So I would venture a guess the tornado definitely went through here. This is Long Lake Road. I see some snap trees here. I got a guy walking in the street here. You doing okay? Yeah, I know it crossed right here. You guys do okay though? Let me get deeper here to take a look. Everybody okay?
The Nahunta, Georgia tornado was one of at least 3 tornadoes confirmed by the National Weather Service in the southeast U.S. on March 9. The twister was rated EF2 with winds of 130 miles per hour, the path of damage extending 4.7 miles, max width 400 yards. Heather Michaels was in one of the mobile homes impacted by the tornado, and she told me about her experience.
We got the warning, but it was like 2 minutes before it hit, and then it come. But we heard thunder and lightning, and then this big old gush of wind, and then you hear stuff flying and hitting the house. And it's just one of those things that you just don't expect to happen. We went in the center of the house away from windows and tried to get away from the brunt of it.
Exit for gates 100 through 129.
Well, it's April 5th, flying out of Orlando. The plan of attack as of today is to fly into Oklahoma City, which is what we're doing too. We are going to ideally chase severe weather on Saturday over in portions of Kansas, maybe up to Nebraska, then dive southeast. The areas we're looking at right now are Arkansas, southeast Missouri, into far southern Illinois. We have a few areas picked out. The latest model data continues to indicate that's probably the most favorable area. When you look at the high-resolution Canadian model, we're starting to see those clearing skies taking place in southern Missouri, southern Illinois, northern Arkansas. However, this does not really account for a lot of the high cirrus deck that's likely going to be in place. Not the end of the world. It's a totally visible thing through that cirrus deck. Not the best for photos though, so we're watching that very closely. When you look at the National Weather Service, the model blend, it favors certain models over than others. It looks pretty good still, southeast Missouri to southern Illinois. Arkansas looks a little bit worse. That's because that's cirrus deck. So we'll kind of play it by ear. We're still going to plan for that campsite there in northern Arkansas and go from there. So hopefully things pan out and hopefully we get some severe weather tomorrow.
Yes, they are singing to the tune of a song, and the wind is gently ringing the bell that brings the morning, the welcome of the dawn. The voice of the robin, the call of the dove, the red leaves are falling, the barn owl is calling, the welcome of the dawn.
Well, it's finally here, April 8th, 2024. We're in north central Arkansas. It is beautiful country. We have beautiful weather. Everything is looking A-okay. We're testing the equipment. We got the cameras set up. The tracking mount is working. Everything is looking good. We had a test live stream as well. So we are looking forward to the eclipse. And now we can finally relax and enjoy it. I've been waiting for this since 2017, and it's finally here. It's kind of hard to believe, you've been waiting for this day for so long, waiting for it over and over and over again. You keep counting down the days, and now you're counting down the minutes. It's a weird feeling. I'm so excited for what's going to be coming here in about 2 hours.
Soon the summer will be over. You feel the change is closer at the welcome of the dawn.
We're out to the campground late last night to do a few things. One is to align the tracker. You need to align it with the North Star in order for it to track properly. And so you had to do that. You're kind of guessing a little bit, so we're doing pretty well, I think. Hooking up power with just a small little USB bank, and of course we're rocking 2 cameras for this. One camera is my big lens. We're going to be doing tight shots of the sun. This is primarily going to be for photos. And then we have our smaller DSLR here that we're also going to be using for the live stream, the live video camera. And of course we'll be recording with that as well, just to make sure to have that video as well. So rocking 2 different cameras as well as everything else we got going on here, but so far so good. Everything seems to be working. And of course the live stream will be powered by SpaceX Starlink internet, so very appreciative I brought that with me, even though that was an absolute pain to bring to the airport.
Morning breaks, the welcome of the dawn. Daylight is calling, welcome of the dawn.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, from Ever Springs, Arkansas. You're taking a live look at the sun. We are less than about 4 minutes before the eclipse events begin. We'll start seeing the moon coming in into frame, slowly blocking out the sun until it is a total solar eclipse, and we do anticipate total solar eclipse here in northern portions of Arkansas. Very excited to bring you this coverage today. We have basically be sitting with you now for about the next hour and a half as we track the eclipse here in northern Arkansas.
I got my Pixel 8 Pro leaned up against a screwdriver with a lens from the glasses ripped out and taped on the front, and it is showing it. I love it. Shadows are so cool.
There was actually a flight path like that, I remember. Now we're approaching like 60 to 70-ish% eclipse, and you can really see the blues in the sky getting much, much darker. It's noticeably dimmer as well. Things are just getting much, much dimmer here in person. The shadows are some of my favorite things. The shadows start doing some really crazy things. If you kind of look down here, you can just see how clear it is. All the little baby eclipses, all in the shadows.
And it's just one of my favorite things.
Go.
Dude, it did. It just got instantly cold. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Look.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Rich, take a
That's
picture.
the diamond ring.
Rich, take a picture right over here. Wow. Oh my god. Woo!
Wow! Now you can look at it.
Wow. Oh my god.
You can see the prominences around us here.
Crickets. This is so amazing. They'll be back.
Bro,
They'll be back.
I've never taken a picture like that.
Crickets.
You can see Jupiter. Oh my god.
They were yelling at you for a second.
Yeah, I
Over top of it.
Look at this, not a single cloud.
No.
And you predicted clear weather.
That's why I came here. I canceled 2 other spots down in Texas and Missouri to come here.
How about that?
We appreciate you being here because it made it better for us.
Oh yeah, this is
Well, I
good.
appreciate you. Hope I didn't nerd out too much for you guys.
Oh, no, enjoyed it. It was awesome.
Time lapse?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in for the live stream. I'll go let you watch other streams because that's probably what you're going to prefer to watch anyway. More people reacting, more people watching it. I'm going to start getting some video and stuff over on social. Take care of yourselves. Safe travels if you did travel for the eclipse, and we will see you again at the next time. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody.
Be heading out on Chasecation early tomorrow morning, so kind of packing everything up. It looks like we'll have a pretty active couple of days here. Saturday looks pretty active across West Texas. Monday looks like a very active day across maybe Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas. So several days in the short term look pretty active. We'll see how things kind of devolve, but gotta finish the packing part. On approach to Garden City, Kansas to set up for tomorrow's chase day, we actually ended up capturing an EFU tornado that lasted about a minute northwest of Garden City. This was confirmed by several other chasers in the area. We had a very defined funnel cloud with ground circulation visible for about a minute. Not a bad way to kick off Chasecation 2024.
In the field.
Oh, he's over there.
Silver Perk 2.
I will in a second. Look it up.
We got 3,000 Mixler cave coming up right now. As analysis, and you go in the forecast, it's just underdoing it a little bit, so it's big time. As the supercells form west of Fort Stockton and move east into some better moisture, that will increase the tornado potential by late afternoon, early evening. So we'll be kind of be patient with these storms. As they first form, they'll be high based, probably producing some very large hail, easily baseballs, softballs. So luckily storm motion city will be very slow, so we should have no problem keeping up with the storm.
Giant hail today. Gotta keep the eyes there.
The National Weather Service in Midland has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Pecos County in southwestern Texas, south central Reeves County in southwestern Texas, east central Jeff Davis County in southwestern Texas.
First storm of the day going up just west of Fort Stockton. It's the big updraft. We got a nice rain-free base starting to develop as well. It's what we call elevated right now. Not necessarily elevated, but high-based. It's kind of very high from the ground right now. And so the tornado threat in the short term, not very high. But as this storm gets a little bit further off to the east,
we're gonna start seeing better moisture get into it, and that should start lowering that base a little bit more. That will likely start increasing the tornado threat here in the short term. It looks good visually. It's a it's a nice high base supercell right now. Definitely capable of very large hail. That's likely the biggest thing happening right now.
Hail. Got hail.
Is that a hail?
I think so.
Landed right there.
Yeah, good.
Where the hell did that come from?
The sky.
You see it?
Yeah.
That had to been on the ground, right?
Had been.
Oh, there it is again. Look
Yeah,
at the
that's
rope.
a little rope.
Oh, there's still a funnel behind us. I think there is a tornado right there.
Yeah.
Forming.
Right there. On ground. Tornado.
Unless it's gonna wedge out.
It's on the ground. It's on the ground right now.
I got it.
Got it.
There it is.
Right way.
Wrapped in rain. Hail. Big hail.
All right, hold position, please.
I'm not moving. I'm getting in the car.
There it goes. It's funky dance.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Stovepipe. Oh, nice. Stovepipe.
Wow, are you kidding me?
Now what's the direction? Now what's the direction?
Of course, it's wrapped in rain.
Yeah, it's got wrapped in rain, but it was there.
I can still
It's
see it in
still
my
there.
viewfinder.
I can still, see it in
Yeah,
the contrast.
It's a big cone.
RFD surgeon.
RFD surgeon, and we just had a huge ass hail hit behind us.
All right, Jake, let's roll. It's kind of dark.
You can see the left edge and the right edge.
Okay, you say that now. Now I see it.
I'm hoping it clears out.
It's still wrapped in rain. It was a big. I saw it.
I see it.
I can see it in my viewfinder.
I hate this lightning. Hey Shay, I thought you were changing this windshield out before you picked us up.
Let's have a conversation. This was a 2-day-old windshield. 2 days. I've had it for 2 days. And massive chunks of ice fall from the sky and cause property damage. Got glass in the car.
No, you're okay. Check your hat.
So what you do when you got a giant tape it. Safety.
Look at that.
Execution.
That looks pretty good.
How'd it turn out on your phone?
This guy went to the left.
Just north of Wichita, just before the noon hour, and we had our first of potentially 5 or more CME impacts on our satellites. It is a very strong impact. Density is over 70. The BZ is way negative. The speeds are around 700, and this is just the first of what will likely be many. So we continue to blast north up towards Yankton, South Dakota.
Meteorologist Nick Stewart, thanks so much for being with us as we talk about what is going to be happening in the skies.
It's been a while since we've had a pretty big show like this one. The last one probably April of last year, and you know, fingers crossed, weather permitting, we should have a pretty good show here coming up around sundown in about 2 hours or so. The forecast is actually already verifying we are at that what's known as a G4 or level 4 or 5 storm here on planet Earth. Europe already getting a great show. The biggest question is, will that persist after sundown? All forecasts are kind of leaning towards the fact that it should be a pretty good show here in North America.
They even put out those warnings that some communications could be interrupted here. What do we know about that?
We have a pretty good understanding of how to mitigate the impacts of this kind of things. I do know the Space Weather Prediction Center has been in very close contact with all the different satellite operators. Everyone is very ready. You know, we've had, 48 to 60 hours to really prepare for this, and there's a lot of things that can be done to mitigate any major issues from this event.
Only about 90 minutes until sunset. A G5, that's a 5 out of 5 on the scale storm, has just been issued. This is the first time since the legendary Halloween storms back in 2003. We need this stupid sun to set. The parameters still look so good across the board. Again, G5 continues. BZ's way negative. The parameters look very good. We're going to our spot. Fellas, how we feeling?
Feeling confident, feeling good.
Jake, eating some pizza. Setup are you rocking?
So I'm wearing this little hat thing, that way I can turn on a light if I need to quickly when I'm adjusting camera settings. But right now I got my Canon 80D
with the Tokina wide-angle lens. That way I can get down to f2.8.
So we're rocking 3 different cameras. My DSLR, my trusty SL2. This will be one I'm just gonna be running around like a maniac with. I didn't think to bring my nighttime lens. So it's 10 to 18, only goes down to f4 though. Big time pillar on the right. Big time pillar on the right.
And I wait for the night.
Yeah, so it's about 9:45 right now, and it's getting dark enough that we can basically see the northern lights with our own eyes right now. Extremely tall pillars, big time green happening. This is probably going to be the best show we've ever seen in our lifetime.
Is this a dream?
Oh my, look up, dude.
I can't.
Holy shit. Wow.
I'm not sure why, but you know what? I like it. I want to. I want to be tall.
Oh my goodness. Oh, look at the reds now.
This is the best shot of my life ever of anything.
I've been running up and back and forth with cameras, up and down hills. I'm out of shape for this. Too many good food we were eating on this chase.
We did it, guys.
We did it. And now I'm going to go to bed.
Just a few short days before landfall, what would become Category 4 Hurricane Helene was just a swirl in the clouds in the Western Caribbean, but meteorologists were well aware of the threat this tropical wave would soon pose. 9 days before the storm would hit Florida back on September 17th, the National Hurricane Center outlined an area to watch in the next 7 days for development in the Western Caribbean. Models had wide-ranging outcomes, from a hurricane in New Orleans to a heavy rainstorm in Tampa. 6 days before landfall, however, overall guidance slowly aligned that the Big Bend region of Florida was at risk, but the intensity now remains a great unknown. How would the system handle dry air from Mexico? Would it run over the Yucatan? How much would we see rapid intensification over the warm waters of the loop current in the eastern Gulf?
These might be some of the strongest winds we've had so far this evening.
What was certain is that the Big Bend region of Florida would once again be dealing with its third hurricane in 13 months, following Idalia in August 2023 and Debbie in August 2024. After a few days of slow development, by Wednesday, September 25th, it was increasingly likely we would be contending with a major hurricane at landfall. 10 a.m. Wednesday, Hurricane Helene is born, with a major hurricane now forecast at landfall. 7 a.m. Thursday, Helene reaches Category 2 strength, with rapid intensification well underway. This storm would go from Category 2 to Category 4 in just 13 hours.
And as we've got gusty winds, but not nearly as strong as they'll be later into the day today, as peak impacts will be about a 12-hour period or so for the winds, especially between around noon and midnight tonight, according to Chief Meteorologist Mike Burris, somewhere in the Big Bend area of Florida, as possibly a Category 4 devastating and catastrophic hurricane. Our live team coverage takes us into the Panhandle. And at last word, he was in Panacea, Florida, which is a small town to the east of Apalachicola. Nick Stewart is a storm chaser who we've heard from in Debbie most recently. And I'm seeing some of the video that you're sharing right now, Nick, of the wind and the waves that's moving in there. Are you still in Panacea, and are you planning to ride this out there or continue to kind of move inland or east a little bit from there?
Yeah, the plan is later on, once the stronger impacts begin to arrive, this area where I'm at right now, right near Panacea, as you mentioned, will likely go underwater from the storm surge.
Chief was just saying a few minutes ago that there had been some movement to the east in the last several runs of the updates for areas around Perry, which were hit pretty hard last year by Idalia, and into Lake City as well. But I anticipate that only increases their potential for wind damage and even storm surge.
Yeah, definitely will push more into the Big Bend region. The good news, if there is any with this, is that if there is a bit more of an easterly movement with this, Tallahassee would actually see some lesser impacts. We're starting to get into one of the bigger bands right now. The really heavy rain is starting to fall as well. The winds are picking up. We're measuring, let's see, 28, 29, 30. We're starting to get some pretty stronger winds. We're kind of approaching that tropical storm force for winds here now. We do have a potential water spout just off to my west-southwest coming on shore. I'm trying to kind of time the approach because I don't want to go too early and then just get hit by it. We're going to try and get ourselves a water spout here. This is the worst conditions we've seen so far. This is where our potential water spot would be. We have a water spout, it looks like. That circulation is passed. All right.
In our forecast, activity does not change. Wind pretty significant on the high end, tornadoes on the high end, so 2 hours. And while it'll rain heavily and steadily, the rainfall amounts in the end are not going to be all that great.
Live team coverage continues with Action Jack storm chaser Nick Stewart in Monticello. Hey Nick, what's going on?
Yeah, right now we're sitting along I-10 in Monticello. We are actually in that extreme wind warning. We are expecting conditions to rapidly go downhill here.
Once that eye wall really begins to push our way, we're starting to periodically get those tropical storm force gusts up this way, but we do intend to expect wind gusts upwards of 100 to maybe 120 miles per hour once that eye wall begins to push up this way.
Up towards I-10. And I will say I was driving from Tallahassee to Monticello, and there were quite a few semis still on the roadway, even with this very intense hurricane getting ready to bear down.
I'm surprised it didn't even try to come back on. Oh! Timing is everything. Yeah, we're at 972 millibar right now. We're starting to cook here. You see some power flashes back there. Good gust. Losing power again. All right, Super 8 is in the dark. Monticello was getting hit hard by the western eye wall of Helene with gusts of 80 miles per hour. I would miss the center of the eye sitting here, as the movement was still east of true north. It was decision time. Do we take I-10 east into the eye while risking getting stuck on the interstate? Semi-traffic remained high and the potential for fallen trees is always a factor. But if we wanted to get into the eye, this would be the best way instead of smaller state highways, as I-10 is wider and the trees are farther from the side of the road, most of the way anyway. Wow. It was a calculated risk myself and Ethan, engineer and filmmaker of June 1st, decided to make. Edge of the eye wall here. We're about to punch into the eye. We're very close. Right on the edge here. I can start seeing better already. I'm starting to get some better visibility here. All right, we're
punching in the eye right now. Oh, another tree down right there. Tree down right before the rest area. We're holding steady at 951 millibar. It smells like pine.
With just gentle rain falling and rather calm winds, we successfully pushed into the eye of Helene on I-10. However, 2 miles before our exit, we hit our greatest concern.
Uh-oh.
Trees blocking traffic on the interstate. The next 2 miles of interstate took us about 2 hours to get through. Tree after tree blocking the roadway. Myself and several other storm chasers with chainsaws slowly made our way through the roadblocks.
I'm just trying to get up to the front. Except a chainsaw, but it's like a quarter mile up here. Oh, we have another tree.
As I'm cutting up my 4th tree, we had a problem. The southern part of the eye was now approaching with a thunderous uptick in the wind. All around us, I could hear more trees beginning to snap, strong gusts ripping through the trees. In all my years storm chasing, this was now one of the most concerning moments I've ever had, knowing that one of these pines could now come down right on top of us.
Alright. Any progress is good progress, right? I'm so soaking wet right now. I've just been pulling tree branches across I-10 for the last like 5 miles.
We weren't able to clear the road, but we could at least make a path. The exit we were trying to get to in the first place is now less than a mile ahead.
We're gonna be able to scoot by here.
Can we?
Yeah. I don't know how far we'll be able to go, but we can squeeze by here.
Okay.
That is. We just need to get out of this freaking pine. Alright, let's see what our next blockage is here. And like, I was ripping that tree up, and I could literally start hearing other trees snap in the woods.
Almost to the exit, my chainsaw bit the dust. The chain now had to be replaced, and I didn't have a backup. But thankfully, other chasers were still out there with chainsaws getting ready to clear the path ahead.
You got any water or anything? Are you guys good?
I think I'm good.
You good? Okay.
Can I maybe steal a little extra fuel off you? About half a tank. I don't know if you got any yet.
Yeah. Like fuel, like for car fuel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Do you want to just get up past these next trees?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm getting off of this exit. Do you want to just meet at the exit then?
That works.
Okay, that works. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. That's called paying it forward because they're the ones saving us right now with these chainsaws. Alright, we got 1 mile till our exit.
After a long stretch stuck on I-10, we finally made it through to the exit to Greenville. There were more issues farther east on the interstate, so we decided to call it a night here. Early October, just 2 weeks after Hurricane Helene, Major Hurricane Milton takes aim on the Florida Gulf Coast. After rapidly intensifying from a tropical storm to a Category 5 hurricane in 25 hours, the storm was slowly weakening as forecast on approach to Florida, but still capable of major storm surge, destructive wind, flash flooding, and an increasing tornado threat.
Lots of debris on the right side flying now.
The Storm Prediction Center had a rare 10% hatch tornado threat in central and southern Florida, an indication of not only numerous tornadoes,
Oh, look at this tornado!
but strong tornadoes, which is rather uncommon for landfalling tropical systems. Low-level shear was rapidly intensifying as the 850 millibar wind from the south increased, influenced by Milton. At the surface, southeasterly winds created enhanced 0 to 1 kilometer helicity values. The most important factor with this event was early morning and afternoon sunshine that enhanced surface heating and generated steeper low-level lapse rates and low-level instability. The instability this produced overlapped with the wind shear, created a uniquely volatile severe weather environment rare for Florida.
Right now we actually do have a particularly dangerous situation, a PDS tornado warning in effect. Right now there's a very large debris ball
on radar. It's in a bit of an area where there are no buildings and no roads. I'm kind of waiting for it to come my way, but there may be a very large tornado on the ground. There is a very large tornado on the ground, and it's coming up this way towards Yeehaw Junction. What I can tell you is that this second round of the supercells coming our way looks a lot more dangerous, and we should have a view of potentially some tornadoes here within the next maybe 10-15 minutes.
That appears to be a large tornado. All right, I see debris flying. Debris is flying. It's pretty rain wrapped. You can see the left and right edge. Going east.
This storm became a cyclic supercell, producing likely tornado after tornado as it moved north toward Orlando. What I learned watching this storm was deviant motion was westward during the handoff phase, meaning when a new tornado was generated, the old tornado would make a hard left or west-northwest turn, something very useful to know in the coming hour. My coworker joined me in Yeehaw Junction as we now headed south toward more supercells by Port St. Lucie, everyone rotating and tornado warned. We plan to intercept them in Fort Pierce.
Well, big dark mass in here.
It should be, we should have visible here soon. Once we get out of the street. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Just an absolute barrage. Oh. That actually might be the spot. I'm gonna go back there.
Yeah, it's coming this way, so you got a minute?
Yeah, I want to make sure I have a good escape route here.
Good idea.
Might have a big fat tornado there, guys. It's gonna clear just to the left of those trees. Oh my god, that's huge!
Big tornado. Here, be careful getting out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get out.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
That is huge. That's yeah. Yeah, just be careful, man. Oh my god, that's like
big tornado.
holy smokes, dude, look at the motion.
Oh, holy cow.
Just careful with the lightning.
Yep, I'm just staying in the car. You can see debris flying on the left side.
Yeah. Holy smokes, dude.
Debris on the right side flying out. Yeah, I'm getting ready.
I'm gonna take video. Just let me know when you feel uncomfortable. Just let me know.
I think we're doing okay right now. It's going to pass probably just south of us.
I think just south. This is a massive one.
Look at all the debris.
There's a ton of debris. Trees flying everywhere.
Power flashes. You can hear the roar. Open your window.
Oh, you can hear the roar. There's debris everywhere.
Alright, I think we need to maybe move a little.
Yep. Yeah. Do your thing. Oh, we need to get out of here.
Yep.
We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. Go, 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 go. Don't go that way.
You want to go right?
Yeah, just don't go right. Just be careful. Oh, be careful, be careful.
We're going the wrong way.
It's okay, it's okay. Just
yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. No, we're good. We got nobody oncoming. We're good.
Yep. Oh my god. Yeah, there you go. We don't have much time. Just real quick.
I'm not even getting out.
Let me know when you're ready to leave. Listen to the roar.
I think we gotta go. We gotta go. Get in.
Yep. Go.
We're gonna go left to get some separation here.
It's right there, Nick.
Yep.
Go, go, go.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go left, and we're gonna be good.
Yep. I have a little bit. I think
I'm gonna go left here. I'm gonna get west and then flip around. We'll watch it cross behind us.
With our two escape routes being north or west, And keeping in mind, tornadoes today have made erratic turns north and west, we chose the straight west option so that we have plenty of room to gain separation on the tornado and not risk the tornado turning into the north option. And that's in fact exactly what it did.
You're good, you're good. Alright, you're good, you're good. Nice, well done, well done.
Great call outs, my friend.
Yep. Open the doors, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I think we should be okay, I think.
You're good, good. I'm just talking. Alright.
What do we want to do here?
We got strong westerlies, so we're safe here.
Yes. Yeah, we can get on this road up here and face northeast. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
13?
Yep.
Be really careful with debris though.
Yep.
We don't want to get another foot there. There are going to be lights in there that are probably going to be out, so...
Yep. Oh, look at the tornado! Satellite!
Oh yeah, holy smokes.
Alright, maybe let's not do this.
As we followed the tornado north, we crossed into the damage path, and so the chase was over. We checked the immediate area to make sure everyone was okay before first responders got on scene, and we handed it off to them. The hardest hit area was just north of where we stopped, where unfortunately, fatalities were reported.